I don't know if you saw that too, but somebody posted something that said they were like that she's getting her Mebounds.
Her Mebounds,
and so she copywrote
yo.
the term, and she has merch now that says Mebounds.
Well, good for her.
So yeah, that was solid.
Is
solid.
that how she's making all of her money?
I guess in a press conference they were talking about salaries or something apparently,
Right?
and she said y'all make $1,400 in a week, and she makes $1,400 in 7 days.
Yeah, I think she misspoke on that because I'm pretty sure 7 days and a week are the same thing.
So
maybe she meant 1,400 a day.
No, she didn't. But she got reamed. The comments on those on the post are circulating, and and as on the original post and as well as on
the
many
repeat posts or whatever. Yeah,
she's getting reamed for her GPA and her education and all this stuff.
Internet has no chill.
So as funny as it is, as funny of a quote as that is,
right?
It was not true. So that was a
satire.
It was posted as satire. It was a made up meme post to be funny, parody post. She did not say that in a press conference. If she did say it, post the video. That's all I gotta say.
Well,
but although it's funny, it's a meme. It's an internet joke. I get it. But it's going around and it's sort of circulating as truthful misinformation.
Yeah, I'm so spent on how quick these things take a hold because that spread fast.
Yeah.
It was like I saw it once and then I've been seeing it all day.
They said within an hour it was insanely viral.
So the fact that something that's not even real can gain that much traction quickly.
And she caught a lot of flack for it. And it's something she never said.
It's not even
Yeah. I'm sure the first time somebody even brought it to her, she was like, "What?"
Right. I never said that.
Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah. Show me where I said that.
And then they show her the meme and she's like, "Okay, so somebody typed some words on my picture. What is..."
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But that's all it takes.
That's crazy.
Type words on any picture.
And people believe it, man. People are gullible these days, man.
So
people believe it.
But yeah, Angel Reese, but the Mebound merch, that's hilarious and smart.
Yeah.
Somebody
gotta capitalize on it.
Somebody was like, "Oh, you missing on them shots. You just getting your Mebounds." And she was like, "Oh, word?"
That's probably one of the ways that she gets that $1,400 a week.
Merch sales.
1,407 days.
Well, she did partner with McDonald's.
I did see that. Got herself a McDonald's meal.
She's got a McDonald's meal, so she's got some endorsements and whatnot. And obviously, she's marketable.
So you don't do McDonald's, do you?
Rarely. It's pretty. I've heard. This is fake news. I've heard. Don't tell anybody, because I don't want to get misquoted. I heard it's not healthy.
You don't say. You don't say. Nah, that's well, because I was gonna ask.
Hot take. McDonald's isn't healthy.
I was gonna say, if you did go, would you try out the meal?
I don't know.
Have you ever tried out any meals that anybody's had before?
No,
I haven't either. I was trying to think if I had, but I don't think I have.
Nope. So, and more Angel Reese. Angel Reese on Angel Reese on Angel Reese. Did you watch the Shaq Allen Iverson Reebok documentary?
I haven't seen it yet. The one that's on Netflix, right?
It's on Netflix.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet.
It's only it's a 6-part series. It's
30 minute or hour?
You know what? I don't even remember, man. I binged it and I didn't pay attention.
It was that good.
I enjoyed it. You see kind of Shaq navigating, trying to get Reebok out the gutter, essentially. Maybe I'm using that term too harshly. But Reebok's definitely not.
They're not top tier. They're not. Yeah.
They're not what they once were. When they came out with the pump and all this, and the AI, the answer shoes and the Shaqs and all, they don't have that clout anymore. So he's trying to bring them up from the bottom again.
Even put them at number 3 because I feel like there's Nike, then Adidas, then.
I feel like you got Nike, you've got Adidas. I feel like sneaking up in there somewhere is probably Under Armour.
Okay.
Under Armour's got some, some shoes and whatnot coming up. So, and there's a few others, but
Reebok's definitely
Puma's
pulling up
got
the rear.
some stuff coming up, So, but the documentary is really good. It shows him not only working to build Reebok, him and AI building Reebok up. It shows them trying to recruit players, hitting and missing, including Angel Reese. It shows relationship with his son a little bit, personal life. Trying to bring him into the business and all that. But it was
pretty cool. Do we get to see equal amounts of AI, or is he?
They're both solidly through it. So Shaq is just an out of this world personality.
Yeah,
So it's hard to say that, if Shaq was in there more than AI. I think they were both in there quite a bit.
yeah,
I think Shaq was in there a little bit more. But Shaq is very outspoken. He's very charismatic. Uh, but AI is in there. He's vice president.
right,
So there
right,
was
right.
a lot of inclusion.
Yeah,
So
because we don't see a lot of vice presidents lately. So I was just curious
right,
if he got the shine or
yeah, yeah,
if he
yeah.
was taking a back seat.
No, no,
No,
no, no. And
that's
it's cool. It's cool to see. And I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, I love Reeboks. I'm not even gonna sit there and lie. I did like the answers. There was a couple
yeah,
of pair of AIs. I never got a pair, and it wasn't that oh, I ain't getting those. It wasn't even like that. It's just that I wasn't buying my shoes at that time. My parents were, and
right.
sometimes I got what I got.
I mean, they've had a few because I remember the kamikazes. I remember the hypnotize or
The
hypnotics, the
Shacknosis.
shacknosis. That's what it was. I remember they had the shacknosis. So they've had a couple, and then the pumps, of course. You couldn't go wrong with the pumps.
Yeah, and the Shacknosis is no, actually Shaq's first shoe was pumps. The black and blue ones
Right.
they were all white with hints of black and blue were pumps.
Yeah.
But no, I mean they've had some shoes, in the past, and it's cool to see them kind of reach out and try to get some of the incoming stars and try to sign some people. If Shaq wants to throw me some Reeboks, I'll rock them. But no, I feel like at some point being a sneakerhead, maybe I'll be in a store and I might throw a pair on just to see what they feel like. I don't know if I'm not gonna sit there and vow to buy a pair.
Right.
Gotta try them
But you'll
on
try 'em
first.
on?
But what they started making in some of the styles they were kind of coming up with. I think what was it called? The Engine One, I think it was called. But yeah, they look pretty cool. They were pretty cool.
I think now would be a good idea or a good time for the culture to tap in with Reebok. Because I mean, if we got Shaq and AI at the helm of
Hmm.
this company, like why wouldn't we support? Like Nike. Don't get me wrong. Like, and I've just jumped on the Nike bandwagon recently.
You was on them earrings for years, so now
Yeah,
you.
the Ewings, the Chucks, the K Swiss. Give me my K
Ooh,
Swiggers.
I bought a pair of K-Swiss in a minute, but I remember them. We used to
Yeah,
rock those all
love
the
me my K
time.
Swiss with the five stripes.
Yep.
Yeah, but Nike's been on top for a minute. We've shown Nike, the culture has shown Nike a lot of love. Kanye brought some attention to Adidas. It would be nice if instead of shitting on Reebok like we have done in the past, that we actually, gave them a little shine, brought them to the forefront. Like I think that would be dope.
I was
Actually,
thinking
I'm gonna get me some Reeboks now.
since Shaq and AI got Reebok, I want to throw it out there. I think Tango and Coop would be great president, vice president, or co-presidents. And let's run Fila. Let's bring Fila's back.
I'd be down for some Fila.
Let's bring Fila. Remember the Grand Hills? I had the Grand
The Grand
Hills.
Hills were dope.
I had the Grand Hills.
Grand Hills were fire.
So
Always wanted me a pair of Grand Hills.
and they
Never
they
got 'em though.
redropped them a couple years
They
back
did,
too.
yeah.
I didn't get the
I saw
redrop,
'em.
but yeah, let's bring back Fila. Let's take over Fila. Let's bring
Yeah,
Fila back. So hey, Fila, if you listen to Tango and Coop, we can reach that.
we can. Because Nipsey was trying to do Puma. Or I
Yeah.
won't say trying to do Puma. Nipsey had Puma.
Yeah, he had Pumas.
Yeah,
So and then they and Pumas come up. They got some NBA players rocking Pumas now. So
yeah. And I
but
mean, this is the era of this generation taking what we thought was trash and making it treasure
right,
because the fact that they're wearing Champion like it's Louis Vuitton.
right,
I
right.
mean, I
Because
didn't.
Champion was like the big five. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Like
right.
we early in this show, I think I mentioned that we used to always talk about the big five Nikes
Yeah.
that you could never find
That was
anywhere
that was
but
a,
Big
that was a
Five.
Champion brand.
They was like the lowest of the low
Yeah.
sweatshop Nikes that would be at Big Five that you never saw anywhere else, and so
Wouldn't
we
be caught dead.
literally called those Big Five Nikes.
And they've taken
But that
it.
was Champion.
Yeah. They've taken it. But it's a lot of things. And I think that I don't know if that's just a shift in the culture because, as a generation that's coming up trying to create your own style,
Right,
you're not doing what the previous generation was doing. Because we went baggy, they went skinny.
right.
You
But
know?
Baggy's back.
Baggy is coming back now, which I love to see it, which means it's our time again, basically. Which
May-
makes sense because
Maybe why the music switched back over.
Exactly, exactly. It's all coming back around, like
So
we are at the cusp of a new school movement. I
I agree.
believe. I believe we're at that cusp, and it's only It's only going to keep going up from here.
Yeah. So no, I agree. But yeah, I mean, I would love to see Reebok, kind of get back into find their new answer, right?
Yeah.
Because that shoe was, I mean, I know some people who had Shaqs, but I know the answers got real popular.
Yeah.
They were real popular, especially people who played because they were comfortable hoop shoes. From what I've told, like I said, I never owned a pair. But they look dope. I remember they looked dope. I remember you'd have the colored toes, you had the blue toe, the red toe.
Yeah.
They had the various colorways. I mean, yeah, I mean
Yeah.
they were solid.
I got the OG blue toes.
Okay, yeah, I never had a pair, but I remember they were dope. I just,
They're pretty comfy. They got a crazy big tongue on them, but
yeah, yeah.
they're comfy.
I mean, again, like that's back when I wasn't buying my own shoes, so
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
kind of like it was a combination of what I wanted versus
What you were getting?
what I was getting, to a certain degree,
Right, right.
You got to stay within the budget. You had
Hey, man.
there was rules to this.
I know the feels.
There was
I know
rules
the
to
feels.
this. Right.
I know the
So,
feels.
yeah, no, but yeah, that documentary, definitely check it out. I definitely recommend it. It's a good watch.
That'll be dope. And Angel Reese has a shoe with them.
She's one of the ones that signed with them.
Yeah.
There's a few athletes. I mean, they show their misses too. They show some that they went after and they didn't get them. But they show their
Yeah.
hits and they show their misses. I don't want to, since you ain't watched it, go ahead and watch it. But solid documentary, man.
That's cool. That's dope.
I love to see it. Shaq does. I mean, when Shaq gets involved with a business, especially, something that's maybe not super supremely popular,
Yeah.
he tends to bring it up a little bit. He
Yeah.
tends to bring their stock up a little bit. I mean, he did it with Papa John's. Papa John's, dropped off the map for a minute for obvious reasons. When dude got fired and removed and all that,
Yeah.
Shaq stepped in and was like, "Watch this," and he made it his own. And congrats to that. But he's always said that he don't endorse products. He doesn't endorse products for money. He'll do your commercial for free.
Right.
But he's gonna take some ownership stake in the
Yeah.
company. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I mean that's good business right there, you know.
Yeah.
And I mean I do remember hearing a story about a mother that he ran into who asked him about his shoes, like why his shoes were so expensive and they
Mhm.
can't afford them and everything like that.
Yep, that's why he did the Walmart.
And he ended up putting them in Walmart,
Yep.
which unfortunately didn't go over very well
Yeah, he got clowned a lot for
amongst
that.
the culture,
But
which sucks because if you ask me, that should have been praised.
right.
The fact that he made it affordable, that anybody could wear it, that
Because
anybody could
that was
afford
when
it.
he was not. I don't know if he was with Reebok technically, but I think he wasn't with Reebok, and he
No,
just did his
he
own
had
shoe.
yeah.
But the crazy part is, I don't remember the numbers, but there was a crazy story where he was talking about that, and he was like, "Yeah, people, gave me a lot of flack for it, this," but he was like, "I sold like 100 something billion pairs."
Yeah.
I mean, it's kids might have gotten made fun of, or people want to make fun of the shoes, regardless, whatever. But he was like, but it was a lot of people out there that appreciated it, and
Yeah.
he sold a lot of shoes through Walmart. So
We got to get away from that, man. We got to get away from that pocket watching.
maybe here's an idea for the Reebok marketing team that works with Shaq. Maybe you got your Lexus and your Toyota and your Scion, right?
There you go. Different levels.
Right. So
Yeah.
you have your Reeboks, you got your premium, athlete worn, endorsed, top tier shoes.
And then you also have your entry level.
Then maybe you come out with a subsidiary brand
Yeah.
that's made by Reebok, and you can even keep the Reebok brand, but it's just a line that's made for the Walmarts, the Targets, the
Right.
lower end. You know what I mean? Still stylish. Maybe it doesn't have all
Yeah.
the cushion tech and things like that.
Yeah, it'll be like a Team Jordan,
Right. So
which catches a lot of shit also.
Right. So
yeah, man. The culture is funny that way.
But yeah, but back on Angel Reese, man, like that, I just wanted to. I think the quote was funny, but I did want to say that it was not true.
Gotta love that fake
it was a
news.
hell of a story, but
Gotta love that.
but the
fake
crazy
news.
part is watching her navigate. Like I said, with the whole Mebound, whenever something comes out like that that's fake or real, or somebody says something, she tends to own it and run with it in a different direction. She steers into the curve.
Yeah, which is
she's
smart.
Somebody tried to clown saying, "Oh, you getting all those rebounds because of your missed shots. You just getting Mebounds," and she was like, "Oh, Mebounds, I like that. Copyright mine."
TM.
Right.
What movie was that?
Right. Yeah.
Guru.
I think it was. Yeah, I think so. Was it?
It had Michael
With
Myers
Michael
in
Myers,
it. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
TM,
The
Trigger.
Guru.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Guru.
Everything he would
Terrible
say.
movie, but yeah,
GURU TM.
TM. So, but yeah, no, that's the fact she navigates to it, and then she's getting other endorsement deals. I mean, like we said,
Yeah.
she got the McDonald's meal, so
Yeah.
you know,
You know who else is traveling down that same lane?
of Mebounds.
Nah, of shirts and
Is Dennis Rodman kicking himself for not coming up with Mebound like 35 years ago?
Yeah, he missed that opportunity.
But he wasn't getting his own; he was getting everybody
Other
else's. So
people's,
I guess it wouldn't have applied.
The rebound expert.
Can you reach that?